right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. My name's Austin. Bitcoin's price is dropping at the moment, but I want to take this opportunity and give you some major altcoin updates involving Ethereum, IOTA, Tezos, basic attention token. But first, like always, big news involving Bitcoin. India's central bank plans to fight that incredibly bullish Supreme Court ruling that this channel with this video right here that we reported to you the other day. Because here were your heroes. I guess not all superheroes wear capes, because these 5 people were the ones that fought the crypto battle for the 1.3 billion people who live in India. Because of these people, Bitcoin is now legal to trade in India. That was huge when we reported to you this the other day. Well, the Reserve Bank of India, they're not going to take that crap. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, which issued an order last year in 2018 to cut off every single crypto firm from the country's entire financial system, well, they now say they plan to return to the Supreme Court to fight the Wednesday ruling that overturned this ban, according to an Economic Times reporter Friday. Guys, I want you to stay calm. The banks are fighting back. This is something that we may have suspected might happen. The question is, how is RBI doing this now? The RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, will lodge a review petition. A whole petition over the court's judge's ruling that the RBI had not been balanced in issuing the order. And here are the bank's concerns. Their concerns are that restarting of crypto trading in India could pose a risk to the banking system, were cited as the primary reason behind the central bank's coming response. So I want you to be prepared for this. The ruling from the Supreme Court on Wednesday saying that crypto trading was allowed in India, it was huge. Since Wednesday's ruling, some Indian cryptocurrency exchanges have already announced that they have reinstated deposits and withdrawals via bank accounts. So we are already seeing the bullishness, the industry of India for crypto open up. This is a tweet from the CEO of one of India's most trusted Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchanges. Here we go. INR withdrawals, the Indian rupee withdrawals, are now live on this exchange. Next step is to build up the liquidity in our Indian rupee markets. We also saw a huge green flag from Coin, India's leading crypto asset and blockchain company. You can buy, you can sell, you can store. They said Coin is going live with bank account deposits and withdrawals by this date, AM March 5th. India got crypto. I like this. Just know that today the central bank has been public about they will not take this sitting down. They are fighting back. When I get more information, I'll keep you updated. Make sure you hit subscribe. Next piece of news for IOTA hodlers. IOTA founder confirms that he is going to repay the victims of the $1.97 million hack. So for those who don't remember, on February 12th, IOTA, with their coin MyOTA, suffered an attack targeting its official desktop wallet. The IOTA network went offline on the same day, and since February 12th, has remained down since. Now, what's outrageous to me is that IOTA clearly showing they're centralized if the whole network can be shut down instantly, yet they still have an over $600 million evaluation. On March 6th, David, the founder of IOTA, revealed that he will personally fully repay all 46 victims of last month's IOTA hack to the tune of 8.5 million MyOTA, worth roughly 1.97 million US dollars at the time of writing. Now, this is good to see. I like this. Now, you know that this channel will always go the extra step when we can. So I've pulled the exact statement. A message from their founder. Regarding this week's promised update, we were under the impression that the legal opinion and liability ambiguities would be resolved by now. Regretfully, our law firm informed us today that we will have it finalized at the beginning of next week. To bring assurance to everybody here, I will commit to the fact that all victims identified here shall be made whole again. This procedure details pending legal option will require some paperwork if you're one of the victims on your part, as well as KYC carried out by the foundation. So I'm going to link this full thing down below. Check it out if you want to read up on this. Next piece of news, big news actually, from the SEC. The United States SEC wins a $16 million case against ICOBox. Now this is significant for two reasons, because this sets a precedent with the SEC. If you don't remember, ICOBox, I think they sold their own, back in 2017, the bubble, they sold their own token as well as brokered deals to sell other tokens. Well, ICOBox was sentenced to repaying $16 million for acting as an unregistered broker. The startup reportedly organized multiple token sales, which were deemed to represent unregistered securities. And yes, here's the exact stats. Reportedly, ICOBox not only sold its own ICO tokens, but also helped raise up to $650 million for more than 30 clients. So in the SEC's eyes, they clearly committed a fraudulent act. Those tokens should have been registered as securities. But why this affects you and the precedent being set here with the SEC is the ICOBox case shows that the SEC is also capable of reaching out to slam a fine on projects based in Singapore. So this was not a US company, this was a Singapore company, and they got fined for it. Now what's interesting is the ICOBox platform received a court decision in absentee after failing to defend its side against the accusations. So I don't even know if Singapore showed up, but they got fined. They're a Singapore-based company. They were launched by a team of Russian nationals headed by Mike Vechain. Again, the SEC continues to crack down on all those altcoins that were unregistered securities in 2017. Another one bites the dust. But next piece of news, if you hold Basic Attention Token or have the Brave browser, you're going to like this. A new anti-fingerprinting feature gives Brave the strongest fingerprinting protections of any popular browser. I liked this. What this means for you is Brave now protects users from being fingerprinted by making them appear, the fingerprints, subtly different on each website. So the problem is, especially with, well, here's the problem. As trackers switch from traditional cookies, so, companies, advertisers, they're always tracking us. As trackers switch from traditional cookie-based tracking to fingerprinting, which a lot of people say is the future, having practical and effective fingerprinting protections will be an increasingly important way to maintain a user-serving, privacy-respecting web, which is what Brave browser is attempting to do. Brave is releasing a new form of browser fingerprinting protection available today in our nightly version. I believe this is their beta, their testing version, so I guess it's not out to the public yet. But these new protections, they're just going to make your fingerprints slightly different on each website, so advertisers can't know it's you unless you want them to, unless you switch that on. At least that gives you the power, which I like. Let me know if that encourages you to go out and buy a bag of Basic Attention Token, or if you're just going to listen and think that's pretty cool. I'm more of the second one for now. Hey, we have some adoption news for the altcoin Tezos. If you don't know Tezos, Tezos is a dApp platform, smart contract platform, much like EOS in simplistic terms, only I'd say backed way more heavily by VCs. But Tezos is a decentralized blockchain that governs itself by establishing a true digital commonwealth. The big news is the music Pavilion of Versailles, built in 1784, is being tokenized, and they chose Tezos to be tokenized on. And here's the site for the building. The music Pavilion of Versailles was built a little bit before Bitcoin in 1784 for the Countess of Provence, sister-in-law of Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. And now, in order to, have ownership, allow common investors to have ownership in this piece of history, it was tokenized on Tezos. Pretty neat. Now, Tezos is a top 10 cryptocurrency by market cap, valued at over $2 billion right now. Relatively newer compared to EOS, but it's nice to see that an altcoin valued at over $2 billion finally got their first security token offering on their network, on their blockchain. That is the video for today. My name's Austin. Oh yeah, hey, if you haven't checked out this video yet, really quality video talking about Bitcoin's mainstream adoption in this upcoming Bitcoin bull market. And again, nobody can see the future, but great conversation if you like Bitcoin. If you like Bitcoin, I think you're going to like this video, so check it out. But my name's Austin. I'll see you tomorrow.